Hi everyone, it's Angela here and I hope you're doing well. I just want to take a moment to take you through something. We are 2 days from the most consequential election in my lifetime, I'll say. I've been walking this earth for now 50 years and I know with the way times are going that we better vote and we better vote right. But I'm going to show you something, okay? Because there's a lot of news on social media. You're probably seeing videos, you're probably seeing posts on X, on Facebook. I mean, although Facebook is really big at censoring that stuff, but a lot of they're going to do what they're going to do. Okay, so I'm looking here at the Constitution and I want to show you one thing. When we talk about election integrity, we're going to talk about who is in charge of this stuff. So let's scroll down to Article 1, Section 4. So here's Article 1, Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, and this one is all legislative powers in the Congress, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. That's what Congress is. Yeah. So these are the people who make laws. We're going to go to Section 4. Okay, let's talk right here. Section 4. I'm going to read this. The times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state according to the 10th Amendment by the legislature thereof. So they are the elected legislature, people who were elected to office, but the Congress, which is the senators and representatives, they may at any time, by law, make or alter such regulations, except as to the places of choosing senators. Okay? So as you can see right there, who is responsible for changing rules, making laws, or altering regulations? It is the Congress. Who is the Congress? Senators and representatives. And what do they do? Where are they part of? State legislature. Okay? So anything that's going on. And I'm going to use one example to just explain this because it is very simple to see. Let's look right here. I saw this on X. So there's at Patriot Mark Cook, talking about Griswold. I guess it's Jenna Griswold, the Secretary of State of the state of Colorado. Here's who she is. That is a member of, I believe, the executive branch, if I'm not mistaken, right? But anyways, we have Jenna Griswold putting out notifications like this: Notice of Temporary Adoption of Colorado Department of State Election Rules. Whatever. They're talking about Administrative Procedure Act. They could talk about any of the laws that they can. But the thing is, according their laws, obviously in Colorado, are conflicting with the national constitution, because we have this person who is not part of the legislative branch, is not an elected senator or representative, and they're changing rules. So they're overstepping their constitutional authority here. Now, here's another thing I'm going to tell you, okay? Because there are a lot of other things happening. People aren't being let in line. I'm talking about stuff like that. You'll see that. But the thing is, if there is anyone trying to do anything, change rules, change laws, say that we're going to do it this way, that way, whatever. If you have any police officer or all of these people out there doing things, guess what? You cannot stop anyone's right to vote. Okay, number one issue right now is to know that if any election or poll place is trying to stop you from voting or exercising your right to vote, they cannot do anything. The only way they can alter or change anything about how you vote is if it's passed by state law. It has to be done by the Congress of each state. I don't know where they're starting to get these people, the Secretary of State, to start changing rules and stuff. And it was happening thanks to Mark Elias in 2020. And it's still going on now. Why are these people thinking that they can subvert the Constitution like that. Yeah, I mean, that should make any election null and void. But that's my opinion, okay? I'm not saying that it's truth or anything, but the thing is, states are doing this all the time, all the time. They're changing rules, they're adopting this, adopting that. You know, a lot of times it's because they mess up somewhere and then they're like, oh, okay. They never want to admit that they did something wrong, but they'll change the rules just to say, okay, yeah, they'll change a law or a rule or anything simply because they don't want to admit that they were wrong about something they decided to do. So, I guess I'm going to leave you here, but you have to know anything. If you have to cite Article 1, Section 4 of the United States Constitution, and like I say, the times and manner by the senators, representatives, it describes everyone's state legislature. There you go. According to the 10th Amendment, that's why they say it's each state. So it's not like we're going to put national rules here, and no. There is the 10th Amendment of the Constitution that gives the states their own rights. And, when you have people up there at the top thinking that they're power hungry. So they're trying to do whatever they want to change things and to pretty much mess things up for everyone else. But the thing is, just know your rights, know the law. And if anyone is asking you anything contrary to what your duties are as a voter, show me the law. Show me where the individual, the state legislature passed the law. It does not matter what a Secretary of State says. I'm sure that this would definitely stand a constitutional test if you have any problems, So, I don't know the law. I'm not a lawyer, but I do understand the Constitution, and I was a very big part of 2020 with all the things that were going on with Mark Elias. I don't know how some people can do that. It's like they sell their soul, because unfortunately, again, that's my opinion there. To be misleading people is an assault to our intelligence, and I don't think that they should be getting away with it anymore. Because we're not as stupid as they think we are. And I think the more we put out information, the more we educate one another, the more we build up each other. So I would like for, if you have any stories or anything, we'll talk about that. Hit me up in the comments. But the thing is, please make sure you go out and vote. And one of the things I always say is use your brain, not your emotion. If someone hurt your feelings or something, or they said one thing and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate them because they said this one thing, you're literally you deserve the consequences of your actions. But the whole thing was, when it comes to voting, it's people like me who don't approach life emotionally. I'm having to suffer the consequences of people using their emotional state of being to decide how they vote. So, and I'm getting tired of it. But either way, I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.